Desire really is the antidote, because when you're in these other places, you're not in your desire. There's no way for you to be in your desire, right? Knowing and owning your desire and feeling the power in your body, that's what heals all of this, right? Because that's getting present and getting honest with what's really happening for you. Desire is really honest. But when you're caught in your head, whether you are being controlling, whether you're people pleasing, whether you're worrying about what other people think, when you're like all living up here, when you're judging yourself as you're having sex, you're not feeling your true desires because you're not in your body. Desire is experienced through the body. So when you're up there living up to the cultural standards that are not authentic to you, you're not connected to your desire, right? And when you're truly in your desire, you have no need to people please. That's the beauty. Because you can start to then meet your lover as an equal. And you can approach sex as a negotiation. So I want you to write this down. Sex is always a negotiation, a co-creation, right? If you are coming to the negotiating table and you're not putting any of your desires forward, that's not powerful, right? If you did that for a business deal, you would get walked all over. You'd get taken advantage of. You'd probably lose a lot of money if you sat down to negotiate a business deal and you're just like, oh, whatever you want, that's cool, right? That would be a horrible negotiation. I would hope none of us would ever do that, right? And yet that's what that's what people are doing sexually. So if you're not showing up with some ideas and some direction for what you want, then the default is going to be for what your partner wants, which takes you right back into that pattern of people pleasing and being and out of, being connected to your own desire. So it's no wonder that so many women have so many issues with desire, right? I would say that's the most common thing I hear from people, from women. They want help and support around their desire. They're in pain about their desire. Maya says, I have faked orgasms, checked out, and just let sex happen to me in the past. Yeah, I don't want you having sex like that. That's, that's not fun. That's not what it's about, right? It gets to be about you. It gets to be the co-creation. 13 goes with 2, holding back, says Tina. Yeah, for sure. They're all related, for sure, and there's overlap in them, right? So teasing apart all of these roles we were taught and all of the ideas about who we were meant to be, we internalize the critical, these critical things that prevent us from liberating ourselves so we can just really be true, authentic sexual agents of our own experience, right? So if we really got to be that, we would have a multiplicitous experience. It's not one thing. It's not one role that drives us towards one sexual act, right? This is what I love about working with groups of women. I can really give them the space to explore that multiplicity away from their partners and away from the patriarchal world that tells us what to want, what to like, how to be sexually, what to be attracted to. So I think really the question we all have to answer is, if you let go of what you were told to like and be sexually, what kind of sex and sexual expression would you really want? Right? It's a very powerful question, and it's an important question to answer. If you could set aside what they keep telling you to want and who they keep telling you to be, what would really come forward? What would be authentic for you? The thing that keeps women from taking better care of themselves and focused on everyone else when it comes to sex, is that they actually don't know what they want. And it's pretty hard to get what you want when you don't know what you want, right? That's pretty much impossible. So women often don't know what they want because they really haven't had the opportunity to explore it authentically, to go on that journey of discovery, and to allow themselves to blossom in an authentic way as sexual beings, right? And I think that they don't know what they want because they don't stay at home long enough to figure it out, right? So then they end up getting thrown around like the wind by other people's wants and needs. And it's pretty hard to be connected to your own when you're in that kind of a state. So when you are in your head, you're not in your body or your desire, right? And you might be wondering, is it possible to be in my desire and be compassionate, centered, caring, present? Yes, 100% yes, it is. Not only is it possible, I would say that that is desirable. That is going to make you the best partner you could be, right? You are better in your relationships when you come from that place because it's a grounded and honest place, right? And you're not putting on your partners. You're coming from a new place, right? It's really difficult to think your way into a new way of acting, right? So if you're in your head, you can't be in your body, which means you can't really be in your desire, right? There's so many ways that we abandon our bodies so that we can please others, right? We abandon our bodies when we direct hate and negativity towards them. We abandon our bodies when we're upset that our body's not acting right, it's not looking right, it's not performing right. You know, you're never going to be connected back to your desire when you're doing that. So isn't it time for that? Isn't that what you want? To be more invested in your own desires and to really know truly what they are and to be able to communicate them and to honor them and to ask for what you want? I want that for you. I want that for you. You know? And so as you find the things that you enjoy, it's about pausing and doing them for longer, not sitting there worrying that you're taking too long. It's about telling your partner, yes, more of that, more please. Ooh, I like that. Stay there, right? It's about exploring it, right? And seeing what evolves from there, from that place of exploration, right? Whether it's a way that you like to be touched or approached or talked to or fucked, any of it. And to make sure that your partner knows not just what you like, but what about it you like, right? Encouragement works in your favor. And doing sex silently is a terrible way to get what you want or to get more of it. Learning to be affirmative and to speak up is a more powerful way to build your confidence. And at first it feels really awkward and hard if you haven't done that before. But sometimes you need to explore on your own and then come back and show your partner the things that make you feel most alive and erotically authentic, or to say, I really want to try this thing, right? So when you stop doing the expected things and you start having sex and being sexual in the way that feels right for you, that is erotic authenticity. You reach a new level of sexual honesty with yourself and with others, and that allows you to have a very different kind of relationship. And sometimes that honesty means acknowledging there's something that you don't really like, but that you've been doing to please your partner. And that's hard. And that's hard for them to hear. And so, you know, we need to deal with this tenderly, but if you don't address it, you're just going to keep being in that place of inauthenticity and deception. And that's not a good place. So stop, really. You have to find new approaches that are going to work better and be more enjoyable for both you and your partner. And sometimes that also means acknowledging something that you really do like, that you've been holding back because you're afraid of being judged. You can say that. I haven't said this because I'm so afraid of what you'll think. I'd love to be able to talk about it with you. The way I see it, you've really got two options. You know, if you're resonating with this, which I know from many of the comments, it does resonate, right? So you're at a crossroads of being, you know, it's like you can't unsee it, right? If you're seeing the patterns, if you're seeing the way all of this fits together and this nexus of things, then there's really, you know, two options. One is that you can stay where you are. You can stay in the disappointment and the frustration or the resentment or the anger or whatever it is that you have for not getting what you want. or not being where you want to be sexually, or not getting your needs met, or not feeling like you get to be authentic. And you can really continue on that path and not self-actualize your sexuality and stay frustrated. And the truth in the world is that most people do that. That is the choice most people make. And it is a choice. Once you're aware of what's happening, it is a choice. So you can stay there, or you can decide that you're going to be bold. You can decide you're going to do something different. You can call on greater support for the journey. You can prioritize your sexuality and your relationships, and you can work towards that deeper intimacy that you really want, which means building your confidence, creating more satisfaction in all parts of your life, not just sexually, right? And then creating the sexual fulfillment and the self-actualization and the boldness that you really want, right? Boldness comes through practice, and support helps us to be bold, right? Just the way that helped my client Kate to go into that meeting. She had support behind her, and she was able to go in there and be really bold, right? So that choice is yours. That choice is yours. Amanda says, I love sex so much. I love having it. However, my thoughts get in the way of having it casually. I want connection. I want consistency. I feel stuck. I feel like I try to be the cool girl who is down to fuck whenever, but it hurts me. It hurts my heart. So then you get to make a different choice, and you get to create something different. That's not, you know, that doesn't work for you, then you get to create a different vision. Amanda says it's a real mental and emotional block. Anna says, I'm here tonight because I've been so scared of my own sexuality, afraid it's too big, too wild, too threatening to my family, etc. So I've played victim, passive, and small, but sexuality is actually the key to my life energy, creativity, delight, voice, and love. Oh, that's beautiful. I love how you wrote that. Thank you. Yes, yes, your own words. You said it right there. You said it. It is that key. Like, you get to have that. That brought tears in my eyes. You get to have that, Anna. Like, all of you get to have that. And the journey isn't the same for everybody. Like, it's apples and oranges to compare your journey to other people. I know that people have these various patterns, but your journey gets to be yours. So if you want to choose that journey, I really want to invite you to come to Fire Woman Retreat. So I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about this, and I hope that you'll stay with me, because I think, given what a lot of you have said tonight, this is a perfect place for you to do this work. The theme this year for Fire Woman Retreat is de-armoring and rewilding the sexual self. We have a lot of armor. We have a lot of stuff that we've packed on to protect ourselves for very good reasons. Almost all of us have some armor here. So we're going to do some work to do some de-armoring and some healing, and to really create space for the wildness that we want, for the things that we're really longing for, right? We get to have that. The women that come to this retreat are extraordinary. They're on this journey with you. You're not alone in it. It is designed to help women break through the things that hold us back from being who we really are as sexual beings, to heal and release, to explore and expand, and to really step into our full power. It is an extraordinary way to do it. So I want to share a little bit with you about what it looks like. It is a huge combination of things. It is all of my favorite things. It is sacred theater. It is exploring sexual archetypes. It is an erotic carnival. It is time in nature. It is music and dance. It is spiritual. There is ritual, like powerful rituals we're going to be doing, masterful teachings, masterful teachers. And it's a place of sisterhood for people, where they get to feel seen. And it's in a very, very beautiful space. It is at the Fire Garden in San Diego, and it is for adult women and non-binary folks of all ages, sexual identities, ethnic backgrounds, body sizes, relationship statuses and styles, all kinds of sexual experience. A lot of times people think like, oh, I don't have enough experience to go, or I'm going to feel out of place. I talked to a woman about that yesterday. It's not that at all. There's absolutely a place for everybody, no matter where you are on your journey at this event. So it's a mix of women who are heterosexual, women who are lesbian, bisexual, or queer, and women who are questioning their sexuality or want to explore that. There are non-binary people assigned female at birth, absolutely welcome at this event. Trans women are absolutely welcome. It is a mix of monogamous people and people who are polyamorous or in open relationships. And it is a mix of women who are single, who are divorced, or who are married and in long-term relationships. So, so yeah, absolutely. It is 3 days of transformational teachings. It is some of my very best, most powerful teachings. I used to only teach them in my women's sexual empowerment program, and I decided to make this available to more people at a much lower price point so that people could go through this work. So there's powerful group learning experiences and processes and discussions, role play. Just by day, we're doing a lot of that kind of work, a lot of healing work. There's a lot of deep witnessing and sharing and sisterhood. It's a place where you can be vulnerable, where you can take risks. And you get to go deep within your sexual self through meditation, through journaling, through group process, and through ritual. So we combine a lot of things. At night, we do really fantastical events. They're breathtaking events by firelight. We do the sexual archetype ritual on Friday night. We do the erotic carnival on Saturday night, which is a magical experience where you get to develop sexual skills. You get to learn from different teachers, and you get to make your own adventure. There literally will be something for everyone at the erotic carnival. It's not, you know, I know it's not a one size fits all. So you might be like, yes, I want to go over here and learn about strap-on sex, or I want to learn lap dancing, or I want to write erotic poetry or erotic storytelling, or learn how to work a cock, or learn how to work a yoni, or learn how to spank, or whatever. Like there's a range of things. I want to learn about ecosexuality. We just have like amazing teachers that come in and teach a lot of different skills. And the beauty of it is that you get to learn those skills without the pressure of a partner who wants something from you. You just get to like have your own experience with it and try things on to see, do I like that? Do I not like that? Let me just find out more about that. So we play and we laugh. There's a lot of fun. You know, when we're doing deep healing work and excavation, we also need to have the lightness and the fun and the play. It is seriously so much fun. The women that are in my community are just phenomenal women like yourselves. So if this resonates, I would really love to have you. We have amazing guest teachers. Roxanne De Palma is coming back this year. This year we've got Sunny Megatron, Kawia, who teaches sacred sexuality, spiritual paths. She's going to be there. There's many more who are coming. Mira Jolie. There's a huge list of them that is growing every day. So I would love to have you if this resonates for you. And truly, if what we have created at this event don't set you up for total success, I don't know what will. I've been doing this work for over 20 years. I definitely am clear the things that people need. And I've brought all of those elements together in one 3-day event. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal experience. I can honestly say it is unlike anything else that's out there. I know that. No one else is doing something that combines these different elements so that women can have such a full experience. And, you know, lots of women have showed up over the years. I'm not going to read these whole things, but, you know, this is Christine, just really encouraging people to go. She came and did my work at age 62 and just had phenomenal breakthroughs. It's never too late. I think a lot of times women are like, oh, I'm too old, or I'm too whatever. I'm too inexperienced. I'm too vanilla. I'm too this. I'm too that. Like there's so many things that people, stories that we tell ourselves, right? Michelle, just, you know, I think everybody should have this experience and should get to do this work. It's unlike anything I've heard of, so thoughtfully put together and supportive. And it just really is. I can just say that with confidence. I'm so confident in this work. This is our 3rd year doing this particular event. And I can say that the evaluations have across the board been glowing for the last 2 years. Every woman who's come has had breakthroughs, and it has been profound. Truly has been profound. There is no doubt in my mind that you will change your sexual life and how you show up in all of your relationships through Fire Women Retreat. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. What that will look like, it's going to be different for different people. This gets to be your journey, and you're going to see yourself in the other women there. That's part of the power of the witnessing and being around other women. Like, you get to hear their stories. You get to get out of your own way, right? We have host hotels nearby, or you can bring a tent and you can camp on the land. You're going to find out what it's like to step outside of that rigid cultural story that we've been talking about, and to really step into who you are as an erotic being. And then you'll get tools to take it back into your life, because what we know is that we can't just give women all this stuff, but then not give them the tools to take it back. And so we really work with you on that. You'll get to discover the magic and the power of the sexual archetypes and how they show up in you. We all learn about them. We all know about them. We learn them in our culture. So we do the work on that. There's a deep integration at this event of sexuality and spirituality. If you follow my work, you know that I believe all of that comes from the same well of energy. It is the core of who we are. There's not a division between spirituality and sexuality. That's a false division. It is a man-made thing. And I say man-made very specifically, right? We lift up sexuality as sacred at this event. You'll get a lot of permission to be who you really are, to explore, to express your sexuality and your authenticity. You'll get to de-armor. You'll get to open up. You'll get to have that sisterhood of other women walking this path with you. That was our closing ritual, that photo there, our first year. Just such a powerful, amazing opening to this event. So registration is open and it is limited. So we are de-armoring and rewilding the sexual self. So tomorrow night, the toupee is going to end. So I do my best to make it possible for people to be there. The registration is $9.97. That includes your meals. It does not include your accommodation. It includes your meals and the entire experience. And if you want to do a toupee, it's a toupee of $4.99 or $4.98 even, I think. So I would love to have you there. If this is resonating for you, I encourage you to not go into your head and get in all the judgment or all the reasons why you should or shouldn't, to really allow yourself to have that, to be guided by that desire, right? This is the same thing we're doing all the time. And so what I know is that how women get to the retreat, how they get to their yes, is the work. You're already doing the work before you even get there, because how you get there is part of the work. So it is an extraordinary event. And if it resonates, I would love to have you there. And I will bonus you my confidence course that I told you about earlier. I will give that to you. You'll get the personalized assessment of your own confidence strengths and needs and type. You'll get all 6 modules, all the worksheets, the handouts, the transcripts. There's an entire portal for this course, and you'll have access to that right away. That is a gift to you from me if you register by Monday. So registration by Monday, you'll get the Ultimate Confidence course. And again, if you register by tomorrow, you can do the toupee if that would help you. So I want this to be the fullest possible experience it can be for you. And I want the work to start now, but hopefully it started tonight with what we did. But if you really want to take this further and you really want to go deeper, this is the way. I've been teaching for a long time. We've got amazing other teachers coming this year. We have some really powerful rituals planned. There's a lot of things that we need to discharge and we need to lay down, and there's space to be made, and there's fires to be lit inside of us. And there's a wildness, a rewilding and a reconnection to that part of ourselves that we are longing for. That is what we are doing. I guarantee this retreat. That's how much I believe in it. If you show up for the whole first day and you feel like we didn't deliver on it and you didn't get what was promised, you can ask for a full refund and get it, and we will happily oblige and you can leave. That's how much I believe in this retreat. That is how much I believe in it. So I really want to invite you to join us. Firewomenretreat.com is where you can find all the information if anything I have said is unclear, but I will take a few minutes to take questions. If you have questions, I invite you, come home. It will feel like home for you and it will free you. These are many of the women who have been to my events in the past. You can see they are a range of women, a range of ages and different kinds of people. They're phenomenal, and you will fit right in. You will not be out of place. I think sometimes people fear that. This is a super, super powerful event. It is the last weekend of September, the 27th through the 29th. It is in San Diego at the Fire Garden. So, so I will take questions. Just looking at the chat, Elisa says, I'm here because I'm in a process of divorce after years of an unfulfilling sexual marriage. Sounds like many of my clients. It feels amazing and so fun to explore and play with new partners again, but I'm trying to figure out how to have regular partners with great sex within my crazy schedule, being a mom and working, etc. Yeah, I have come to think of that phase of life, Elisa, as a as an it's an adult rite of passage. It is a developmental phase for adults. You will lose a partner at some point if you partner at all, either through divorce or breakup or death. We're all going to go through that, and what gets to happen in that space is super exciting because you get to recreate yourself. You get to reinvent your life. You get to have the things you've been setting to the side that you haven't gotten to have. I have been through it myself, so I get it very personally. And I've watched lots of clients go through it. As you can imagine, that's a time in women's lives that many women come into the work with me because they're really ready to have more and to experience their sexuality and their sexual life in a totally new way. So it's a super exciting time, and it can also be a scary time. So I really feel that. And I hope that you'll consider coming to Fire Women and let us support you in that. It would be amazing to have you. Amanda, I would love to be a part of this. I'm an artist. Is there an artist rate? I need to experience this. If you need to experience this, then we will make it happen, Amanda. You get to do this. You get to be there. So pop me an email and we'll figure out what can happen for you. There's a possibility that one of my clients may be putting forward some partial scholarships. She had done that last year. I will see if she's doing that again this year. And that is only for low-income women because I want to make it possible for women to be there, but it will not be free. You have to invest in yourself. That's important. So, but I can potentially do partial scholarships if that happens, or if you want to do some work study. We do invite people to come and help us with setup and breakdown. That's possible. So pop me an email at moreplease@amyjogoddard.com and we'll see what can happen. So again, go to firewomenretreat.com and that is the place to sign up. So other questions while we're here together? I really appreciate you staying on for a little bit of extra time with me tonight. If this resonates for you, you get to come, you get to be there. You know, this is the time, this is the place. You wouldn't be here tonight if you weren't meant to be. And this work is very, very unique and it is important. And I can really say it is life-changing. And I know that sounds cliche, but it really, really is because of everything we've talked about tonight. So yes, so Tina, Amanda, I would love to see you there. Elisa, I would love to see you there. Anna, I would love to see you there. Maya, I would love to see you there. I hope that, you know, all of you who were here tonight, whether you were quiet and didn't type anything in or type some things in, I would love to see you at Fire Women Retreat. It is not something to miss or an opportunity to pass up. When the thing shows up that we need, our job is to say yes and let the universe support us. So you are so welcome. Thank you everybody for being here, for your contributions tonight. I hope that this has been helpful to you, and I hope to see you at the end of the month at Fire Women Retreat. Have a good night, everyone.